All right, live from the Export Beer Garden studio, this is the agenda for Wednesday, the 20th of August.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Rightio, mixing things up this morning, fellas. Often Wednesdays are what we call a sporting Sahara, so we've diverted, and I have called up 25 years of broadcasting experience to join me. Jeremy James, Drummond Wells, good morning.
Thanks very much, 28. Thanks very much, Mashy, now.
Oh,
no, I was on 25 a couple of years ago when you wrote that, Edmund, but I'm pushing towards 30.
Right, that was copy and pasted from a show doc from about 3 years ago. But more importantly, we are joined by what I can only imagine your former principal and coach, Steve Cole, would have described as a very capable player.
Oh, yeah, capable player.
Born in Hamilton, for the star sign girlies out there, he's a tourist. Daryl Joseph Mitchell, good morning, mate. How are you?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you? So, just got back from Zimbabwe, I imagine.
Yep, yeah, been home just under a week now, so I haven't been home all winter, so it's a bit cold and, yeah, have to get used to that.
Did you get on the Zimbabwe dollars while you were over there, Daryl? Because I understand the currency's quite strong at the moment. It's a good currency to invest in.
It's changed, or you can also use the US dollar, so that made things a little bit more expensive than probably what the Zimbabwe dollar would have been, I'm sure.
Okay.
Shall we get formalities out of the way first? We're here to talk about today. We're here to celebrate 20 years of T20 cricket in this country. Jerry, do you remember the first T20 game?
I do.
That went underway?
I was at that game, the Eden Park, Australia versus New Zealand. It was considered, I think, at the time, clearly a novelty, Daryl. Everyone was dressed up in weird outfits, weird beige, moustaches, and those days weren't fashionable.
Because how old were you, Daz, at the time, if you don't mind me asking? You would have been...
I reckon, 20, I would have been, 14, 13, 14, somewhere around there.
Right, so for you, that it would have probably loomed large as a 13 or 14-year-old watching that. It would be a formative game for you.
Yep, yeah, I can definitely remember. Those were my idols, I guess, growing up. Obviously, the likes of Fleming, Vittori, McMillan, all of them, but then also Ricky Ponting. I loved watching him bat. And I think he got, what did he get, 98 not out, something that night.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can definitely remember that game fondly.
Yeah, there was one shot that I remember really well, and you probably remember it too. It's weird how you can remember, watching a lot of cricket over the years, some shots just stick out to you. And there's so many boundaries nowadays, but, that's another point. It was a pole shot that he played, and I remember at the sound that it made off the bat, it was just that classic Ricky Ponting pull shot. And I reckon, Daryl Mitchell, that you have watched him play that pull shot because you play the pull shot very similar to Ricky Ponting.
It's a big compliment. I don't know if I'm that good at that shot, but yeah, definitely someone growing up that I definitely idolized the way he played and how he went about it. And I think I reckon that pull shot he hit over the roof from memory. I think it was a sixer onto the roof, wasn't it?
It was I don't know if it went onto the roof. The one that I remember went about halfway up the north stand, because the pitch was in a different position in those days.
On the angle.
Yeah, it was on the angle. And it was flat, and it went like an absolute rocket. Played off the front foot, which is, mainly off the front foot. He kind of gets back a little bit once he actually kind of plays it.
Just that Kookaburra sticker looking back at it as well.
Man, I just remember that shot really, really well. For you, because at the time, were you in Western Australia then, or were you in New Zealand?
I'm trying to work out whether we're about to move, or it was sort of that time. I think about to go to Perth at that stage. It was year 9 at school. I would have been, I think.
Okay. Because can we talk pull shots? Because you growing up in New Zealand and then going and living over in Perth, and there's never been a Western Australian who can't play a pull shot.
I remember the first time seeing you play a pull shot, Daryl, and I was like, hang on, that's not a pull shot that's developed in this country.
No.
I think I look back now, very lucky to have gone and done my last sort of 3 years of school over in Perth, and my batting coach, who I still use to this day, is still based over there. He was Justin Langer's batting coach, and he was big on the pull shot, and I guess the pitches over there allow you to have to play that way. So you're very lucky that I guess that's in my repertoire. And now I've been here at Hagley. I think it's the 3rd bounciest wicket in the world, so it's nice to have that in the locker when you need to.
How good is playing at Hagley, by the way? I'm a Cantor myself, Daz, and I every time I go down there and watch cricket, I absolutely love it. Do you feel like it's just changed things down there? I mean, people always talk about now that Christchurch is the up and comer, but man, Hagley, how good?
Yeah, look, it's a beautiful ground. Look, I'm like Jeremy. I'm a Hamilton boy, I guess, growing up. But
Yep.
yeah, now to be here and be able to, I guess, go to work every day at Hagley and be able to keep trying to get the facilities are world class. The grounds, I think it's the best pitch in the country, and very lucky to be able to call this home.
So where's T20 cricket at in your eyes? Obviously, 20 years ago, I imagine it wasn't taken that seriously, as Jerry, mentioned. But whereabouts is it at the moment? It feels like now, right? It's pretty much the biggest format in the game. Is it fair to say?
Oh, look, I think if you see the way the game's evolved over 20 years from, say, that first game where they had afros and moustaches to where it is now in terms of the performance aspect of it, it's a massive format in the game. It's a huge business now, and it's cool that it allows, I guess, public who probably wouldn't watch cricket or the 5-day test matches or 1-day cricket to be able to get them involved in the game and to be able to watch at over 3 hours. It's only going to help the game grow as it tries to reach all parts of the world.
How fast are the tactics of T20 developing? Like in terms of looking for matchups, mismatches, how to bowl dot balls, field settings. Is it changing like year on year?
Yep, yeah, it's happening really fast, and I guess it's trying to find that balance between what is important in the game, and especially with data coming in, what numbers are really important, with what do you bowl under pressure, what do you go to in these parts, what is a better, like you can look at all that stuff, but it's also really important to keep it really simple as well, and try and be really clear in that moment and make decisions as quick as you can, because as we know now, one ball can make a difference between winning and losing. So the game's going really quick, and it's trying to stay ahead of the trend and be really smart with how you want to operate, but also I think there's an element of trusting your gut and your skill as well.
What's the highest level of T20 cricket that's being played at the moment? Is it international T20 cricket, or is it IPL?
Oh, look, I think they've both got their own amazing experiences. International cricket's, when you're going around taking on other countries, it's very special. And especially when you go away and you play the likes of India, I'd say that's probably as tough as it's going to get. But IPL is a beast in its own. It's an experience of 3 months on the road playing every second day, and you're playing against some world-class players as well. So I'll leave that up to you to decide which is better, but they're both bloody good fun to play in.
Why is your nickname Moose? I'm just having a look here at the ESPN cricket info.
It's not, it's not really. I don't know why that's there. It's not really Moose. That was probably when I was about 18. Someone called me that once, and
you had to
somehow
write
it's
something
on
down.
cricket.
Yeah.
So, it's more the Dazzler or the Lure. It's been shortened to now. But,
the Dazzler's good.
Yeah, the Dazzlers. It seems to have stuck. So yeah, that's probably more likely.
This summer is pretty hectic. You must be getting pretty excited about it. Where are you at personally? And no doubt you're keen to get stuck into all three formats as well.
Yeah, look, it's exciting. Firstly, to play Aussie at home for a Chapel Hadley, that's going to be cool. And then we have England coming for some white ball, as well as West Indies, before we shoot off for a T20 World Cup. So it's going to be exciting summer. I love playing at home. I love traveling around the country, and seeing the full crowds that we're getting now is pretty cool. So it's going to be good fun.
So I want to know, when you're batting, because lots of guys, there's a lot of talk. If you're batting, most people don't like short pitch bowling. Do you like short pitch bowling? Do you like it when you look like you do? Do you want the ball to be in the bowler's half? Do you look forward to it being short?
In a game, I don't really mind where it's going to be. I guess you're just trusting your react. My Granix padding's pretty good, so if you get hit, it's going to hurt anyway, but hopefully it shouldn't do any damage. So in a game, in the nets, no one likes short pitch bowling in the nets. It's horrible.
What is that? Is it because guys are bowling from like 18 yards, basically? Everyone's bowling no balls. Why is it so much faster? Why is bowling faster in the nets?
It's quick, especially when you got to face the likes of Will O'Rourke and Kyle Jamieson in these Hagley nets, and it's not good. So in the game, you don't mind them doing what they do, but yeah, the nets, it's tough work.
Do you remember those rumours? I think it was the 2015 World Cup, when there were allegations coming out that Baz was facing 170 clicks from a bowling machine in the nets. Do you know if those rumours have any truth to them, Daryl? Because that feels too rapid.
Then.
Yeah, I know you started coming with 2019-ish, but...
Who knows? Baz he's a pretty good player, and he likes to test himself, so who knows? But
have you ever done that? Are you ever cranking up the bowling machine to experience 150 or what feels like quicker?
We do not that quick on the bowling machine. Obviously, in the net, sometimes it feels quicker than 150, that's for sure. But not to that extent. That's, yeah, you're writing your death certificate if you start doing that sort of
Because
stuff.
Wells is right, though. It seems that you're just so quick onto a short ball. Is that also because you understand bowlers quite well and their patterns, or are you just quick to pick it up?
I think it's just a reaction. I think Tom Blundell's probably got the best pull shot in the team. You watch
Yeah.
how he goes and whacks it. He's that's there's no surprise he had such success in Australia with that Boxing Day Test 100 and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a reaction thing. I guess it's like anything, you practice it enough, hopefully you can do it under pressure.
Yeah, I'm always just wondering where, like, because everybody when they go out, they kind of know a ball with it that they don't want first up.
Line of the cock.
Like, I don't mind. Like, see, I don't mind one. I think it's always nice to get it in your body somewhere, and you can just kind of get inside. You got no choice but to
Run it
get
down for
inside
one,
it in
yeah.
my situation. But I kind of don't want one that's surrounded about off stump. That's kind of short of a length. That's nipping first up. I don't want it there. If you know
Yeah, I
what
think
mean.
Devon Conway always says he just wants one on the hip early just to get away. So
Yeah.
I think any batter's pretty happy with, yeah, as long as you get one run, that's all you really want, isn't it? And
Or the
then away
big
you
Paddy
go.
Great Batch leave outside off stump, something that's just swinging away. It's a little bit too wide. You get a nice little gauge of the pace
That
of it.
that might not work in the 19th over a T20 though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just think that looking now as well at bowling around the world, including test bowling as well, just bowlers have just become so much more accurate, and they also have such definite plans against each batter. Do you have to think about the plan that's been created against you to try and counteract the plan that's been planned against you to counteract you?
Yep. Yeah. So you definitely, I guess that's the involvement of yourself as a player throughout your career is you have some success with doing whatever they do to you, and then they work you out and will bowl a different way, and you got to find another way to, I guess, combat what they're doing without going away from your own strength. So like early on in my domestic career, teams probably bowled started, and especially white ball started with spin against me. So I had to find ways. Okay, I had to create a sweep shot or a reverse sweep, different ways to be able to negate that. And then once that became, I guess, a strength, they'll do something else to, try and shut you down. So it's constantly evolving. Even now, teams at the death stuff will do different things to different batters when you know that, that you want to keep it out of the hitting arc. So yeah, that's the cool thing about international cricket and franchise cricket is we all play so much against each other all around the world. You're constantly finding different ways to get better.
You mentioned them briefly there, actually, Daz. Your reverse sweep was one of the earlier ones I think that we saw in Test cricket. Was that led by you? Was that something that required confidence from you to be able to be like, you know what, I'm going to go out and do this, or does that? What I'm trying to figure out is who allows that to happen. Is it you backing yourself to go out and do that, or is it also a coach going to you, hey, no, we're quite happy for you to try these things, because we hear a lot about what's going on over in England at the moment with Baz enabling their boys and all that kind of thing. Is that you? Was it at first you, and then once you started becoming successful at it, the coaches were like, actually, mate, this is something that you should be doing? Or how did that kind of all play out, the more creative shots that you've started bringing into, especially Test cricket?
I think it's a combination of both. As early on in my career, I used to get dotted up a lot coming in, being I guess a New Zealander growing up on green pitches, moving to Australia, playing on some bouncy fast wickets. Spin was something that you just didn't really face, and it probably wasn't until I went and did a New Zealand A tour, and I think it was 2012, somewhere around there, that I've experienced what's facing spin on turning pitches was like for the first time, and it's a bit of an eye opener. I didn't do very well, and
Right.
and then you come back, and I guess you work out, right, these are the things with your coaching staff at the time. These are the things I need to do to be able to compete at that level moving forward, and you practice those. This is what, like, the next, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks now, building up to the next series, you'll tinker with things, and you'll find what you want to do going into the home summer with some stuff that you're working on, and then it's having that belief in your own skills to negate that moment, but also having the backing from the coaches, which is something that we're really lucky to have here in New Zealand with, I guess, Ronks as our batting coach and Gary for the last few years, but now Rob as well, that they back us. If we put in the work in our preparation, then you can go out and do it in the game.
Happy days.
How hard is spin to learn how to play against, as you said, when you do grow up in New Zealand? Because how do you practice against that? It's not like all of a sudden there's not bowling machines that can replicate really good spin on turning wickets.
Yeah, that is a challenge. And I think if I look back now, when I was young, I was probably a bit stubborn in the way I wanted to play and quite stuck in my ways. But having those, I guess, experiences or failures opens your eyes to, right, this is what I need to do moving forward if I want to play international cricket. And yeah, you go learn off other people, whether for me, like the likes of BJ Watling, Dean Brownlee, in those early years at ND were really influential, and Kane, to how I guess I was going to go about playing spin moving forward. And yeah, that's the cool thing about our Black Caps environment is we all work with each other, we all help each other out. Tom Latham's a great sweeper of the ball, so try and pick his brain on how he does his conventional sweep all the time. And yeah, little things like that, we all bounce off each other to keep trying to get better.
Now, we've got to let you go in just a moment, mate, but I have to ask you, because it was one of the best moments of my life. How often do you think about the Trent Bidge innings?
Yeah, look, it's hard. I guess I just look back at that whole series and feel a great sense of, I guess, gratefulness for how cool, how much fun that whole series was. Although I guess, didn't win the series, we were competing right to the end, and I guess it was early on in my Test career to be able to contribute to that extent is something very special. And although I guess, yeah, Trent Bridge to 190 for me to get 100 at Lords was probably the most special thing. And
was it 2022? Is that right? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I don't know.
About
What
that?
year is it? Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
It feels like a long time ago now, but yeah, like yeah, that's why you play the game, is to have, I guess, days like that. It's pretty special, and something probably once I finish cricket, I'll probably look back on more than right now. You just, I guess, onto the next thing, and keep trying to help New Zealand win games of cricket. That's the ultimate goal.
Two quick things before you go. Skin and teeth. Your teeth are looking great. What's the daily routine? I assume that you've got an electric toothbrush. You look like you're flossing. Skin's looking in great, Nick.
Skin isn't great.
Are you moisturising or exfoliating, or are you just au natural?
I've gone the fresh shave fair today, so that's freshly done about
you.
20 minutes ago in the bathroom. Teeth now, I'm a bit lazy with I just brush the teeth, and when I floss every now and then, I've got to set a good example for my two daughters who don't want to brush their teeth at the best of times before school. So,
well, you've got good.
It's a work in progress.
Clearly good genes there, because both the teeth and skin looking fantastic. So congratulations on that.
Thanks for
you.
your
I'm just
time.
trying to copy you. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Well, I'm copying you. What are you talking about? Thanks, Daryl.
Yeah, you're a good man, Des. Thanks for your time this morning, bro, and we'll catch up again. Best of luck for what is going to be a jam-packed summer, no doubt, eh?
No worries, anytime.
All right, Jerry, since I know you're a massive fan of cricket, just so you know, and if you're not commentating games this year with the ACC and you want to head along to one of the games to celebrate 20 years of T20 cricket, you can buy tickets to pretty much every single T20 international this summer for $20. But the only catch is that that sale's only going to be lasting for the next kind of 20 hours or so. Jeez, there's a lot of 20s to get your head around there.
20 and 20, that's right.
I'm not 100% sure on that, Edmund, but it feels pretty good.
I think that's right. So for the next 20 hours, you can buy tickets to any of the T20 internationals for $20.
Holy shit, I should have just got you to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Thanks for that. I didn't get to ask Daz about his the sweat. That's something that I always notice whenever I watch Daz bat. It feels like,
sweat.
Have you considered, as someone pointed out on the ACC Caravan Facebook page, has he considered batting in a snorkel?
Oh, yeah, or Botox. What's the thing Prince Andrew took? Suppose we shouldn't be talking about Prince Andrew. What's the, how he couldn't sweat?
Yeah, was
I think
that?
you can get on the Botox if you got a bit of a sweat.
And was he on the Botox?
I don't know if he was in the end. I think he was on some other things.
Right, okay. Well, thank you for joining me for that, by the way.
Pleasure. It was great. It was great to chat to Daryl, and it's great to be beside you again.
Yeah, nice.
Nice hat.
Yeah, thanks. So this is a sponsor hat that doesn't do, many favours for my skin tone.
It's good. It's good.
It
You
feels
should wear
sarcastic.
yellow more often.
Fuck off. All right. See you later. Love yous. Fuck yous.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.